Alright, so after being utterly embarrassed by what we could only assume to be a female. Nah, don't look at me like that. I know none of y'all can tell me y'all thought Kurapika was a guy.
She kinda bad though. Is that Frost?
Uvogin decides that he's not going back to Spider HQ until he gets his rerun with the blondie. Probably had bro feeling like Bradley Martin after being lifted into the sky like Simba. Arriving to Kurapika's address, Uvo, this barbaric XXL size Wolverine motherfucker, asks Kurapika,
"Where do you want to die?"
Only for Kurapika to turn that shit around on him like,
I would prefer somewhere remote so we won't be a nuisance. I wouldn't want your screams to bother anyone.
yeah, alright buddy. Is your polite ass trying to fight him or make sure y'all don't get a noise complaint? Because if I'm facing one of the killers of my family, I'm not letting him get a single ounce of anything over me, even if we're just talking.
"Where do you want to die?"
You are a worthless, bitch-ass nigga. Your life literally is as valuable as a summer ant. I'm just gonna stomp you. You're gonna keep coming back. I'm gonna seal up all my cracks. You're gonna keep coming back. Why? Because you keep smelling the syrup, you worthless bitch-ass nigga. You're gonna stay on my dick until you die. You should kill yourself now.
Hey, we're still on YouTube, by the way.
And give somebody else a piece of that oxygen and ozone layer that's covered up so that we can breathe inside this blue trapped bubble. Because what are you here for? To worship me? Kill yourself. I mean that with 100%, with 1,000%.
That's just me though. Once arriving to the spot, Uvo demands Kurapika reveal his identity. Because don't get it twisted, as ridiculous as this motherfucker looks, he's probably top 5 in the whole series when it comes to physical strength. However, Kurapika had my dude chained up like a dog, so obviously there's something Kurapika got in that little back pocket of his. But instead of answering, which was the right thing to do, he himself goes on to ask,
Do you remember those you've killed?
fuck, it is so hard to take this fucking guy seriously, man. But after revealing his clan to Uvo, my Wolverine claims to have never met the clan, but does indeed confirm that he was a member of the Spider-Verse around the time Kurapika's clan got ran up on. And after yip-yapping as much as some of my coworkers out here like, man, go find something to do! Getting the jump, Uvo punches the ground to try and knock Kurapika off balance. However, elegantly the delicate flower jumps back in time to toss one of his chains at Uvo, who also decides to join him in the air before evading another chain. And y'all, what the fuck are in these chains? After spamming some more, Uvogin charges in to deliver a devastating right that Kurapika blocks, but that shit is bending like Becca. Kurapika still tries to hit him with a counterattack but misses, walking from the smoke completely unscathed, even though dude's arm was bending like one of Gordon Ramsay's perfect knives. Starting to antagonize Uvo, he charges him once again, but this time gets juked and receives a spine-shattering left from Kurapika. Proceeding to get tornado kicked in the face, his body is sent flying across the map while I'm holding the armrest to my seat in horror, because no way this scrawny ass kid is beating Bradley Martin. Descending down on his ass like the Dark Knight and lands on his neck, making sure that just in case Kurapika can't win, Uvogin and his back will never have a peaceful night of sleep for the rest of his life. Dissing him some more, Uvo uses his full power to punch the ground again, but this time uses the immense amount of smoke as a screen to avoid his attack being detected, which makes it all the more impressive that Kurapika manages to block Uvo's punch, but this time his arm really gets messed up. However, my dude backflips onto the nearest cliff edge and just starts yapping. But the reason Kurapika isn't screaming like Tom from Tom and Jerry is because he got Uvo right where he wants him, having used the technique to conceal his chains that he wrapped around Uvogin prior. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is checkmate. However, the exchange between these two is far from done. Revealing his scarlet eyes, Uvogin finally remembers who and how strong Kurapika's clan was. Elated that he gets to face the survivor, he starts howling at the top of his lungs, but doesn't even manage a crack on the chain strangling him. Revealing his techniques and why Uvo, despite being top 5 like I said, can't even break out of these dinky little chains. Kurapika explains his chains halts all aura production, so he can't just power up and break out of them like he usually would. Yet going even further, Kurapika shows how busted he gets when his eyes are activated, by literally healing his swollen arm with one of his chains. And this is when the feeling of regret just drowns our boy Uvogin. How is this malnourished femboy taking down the definition of testosterone? Blitzing in front of Uvo, Kurapika throws a gut-wrenching left and makes Uvo cough out blood. Bro's eyes popping out, mouth wide open like he's getting some of that nutritious head. Delivering another left, Kurapika starts interrogating him on information about the spiders. But when he doesn't answer, Kurapika starts letting loose on this dude. And now I'm wide-eyed, mouth open, just staring at the screen because my whole perspective on this innocent teeny bopper has completely changed. Sending a chain straight through Uvo's chest, Kurapika demands an answer or he'll crush Uvo's Kurapika's heart in a heartbeat. But my man, my brother, was never one to rat out his gang, gladly dying without spilling a word of information from his lips. However, even though that's all sweet and dandy, my attention was instantly redirected when I see Kurapika burying Uvogin. Like, come on, man. This is just straight cold-blooded. How much y'all want to bet he pissed in his grave? And that's how it went. The world's most masculine man versus the world's most feminine femboy. Overall, probably my favorite fight in Hunter x Hunter. Kurapika showing levels, and even though he can be submissive, that shit can also turn off just as fast. And Uvogin, he gets a thumbs up. Kind of like this video. I'd appreciate it.